to another video. Now, trees are must be my favourite thing to make because they're so simple and it's really fun actually in the process. The first thing you've got to do is go out hunting for twigs. Now, you can go off to a bush and cut bits and bobs off, but if you want to find dead stuff, you can do it straight away, because if you cut off a bush, you're going to wait from about 2 weeks till it dries out, and then it is classified as a twig, which means it's dead. So here is a sort of twig. This is going to be an oak tree for the layout. So the colours are right. It's got its own bark sort of effect, and that can literally just go into the my material, my hanging basket liner, really easy. Bit of super glue, and that should hold. But yeah, it's really simple how to make these. Now, what you're going to do is, depending what sort of effect it is, as mine's an oak tree, I'm not going to bother doing separate sort of branches and stuff, different patches like my other trees. But I am going to go forward and get the polyfiber, which is a really nice product, as I said in the first video. So you get this, and you want to make it. You want to spread it out, and if you want to make a sort of dome sort of shape cover. So this is save time. I already made one. As you can see, that is ready to be used. So what you do, you got to cup it in your hand like that, and to keep it shaped for a bit, you got to spray it and literally dunk it over, and then spray it quick again. Now this maintains its shape for the meantime, and then you're literally going to add, as mine's an oak tree, you want to add like a darker colour. So in my mix of brown paint, I'm just going to add a bit of black, just to make it a bit more darker and effective. The key is to do different blends, different textures, just to get the effect out of the product. It's the real art. Once you've done that, you can literally make any bush, any tree, anything. It's all about the different twigs you collect and different sort of shades you do with the turf and stuff. So if we get this and mix it in, it's going to be a bit heavy. That's sort of like a really nice dark brown now. So I'm going to apply that by using the dab method. You don't want to do a heavy coat because this is a tree, and if you put too much product, it gets heavy, so then it starts to collapse and you lose your shape. So you want to do a light coat on each side, and that should make it sort of even, because you want to do the thing with trees, you've got to do under as well. So and don't worry if it starts to flatten, because it just pops straight back up. You want to really focus on the edges, because they're going to be a tiny bit showing. I've got to make this mixture a bit thinner. A bit too thin by the looks of it. Oh well. So I've got that tree. So yeah, you're gonna just dab it on like this. Yeah, but you don't worry about the middle bit, because it's gonna be covered. But you want to focus more on the edges. So if you give the edges a thicker coat, it's just a bit more easier and it's better looking. If you have the right paint for this and mixture, then it's so much easier, but mine's a bit PVA, a bit stickier, so it's just hard to work with, but you know, it's alright. It works, it makes it look good. So if we get it all over like this, you can leave the middle a bit, because that doesn't really matter. It won't be as seen if we do the under bits as well. Now the reason I've left the middle bit, because you won't see it, because it's going to be covered the most. Plus it gives the tree a bit of a blend as well. So yeah, so once you've got that sort of shape, you want to get a bit of PVA in whatever paint you use. Get the brush, you want to sort of shape the brush a bit. Now you want to paint the ends with the same colour, or just PVA, and then it sort of just blends it, helps it blend in a bit better. As you can see, some of the twigs are a bit weak on this branch. So it might not be a successful tree, but it'll still be a tree. I'll still use it. I'll just be a bit more careful. So yeah, you can get different effects using different branches, and as I've said. So you want to use, probably say that side. So you want to put over like that. And just, you want to sort of hook things onto the branches. It's sort of, you want to make sure you mould it to the tree. Like so. And then you sort of just shape it a bit, put it out, take bits off and stuff. So now you've got your tree like that, which I'm happy with the shape. I can't do much without the shape because I haven't got a branch here that will pop this out, which will look cool. So you got that effect. So then all you're going to do is turn it upside down, hairspray, thick layer. The paint's still going to be a bit wet. You get your fine turf, any colour you want, depending what season you're in. So if I fill my pot up, you've got to be quick because the hairspray is going to dry. Okay. So then you're going to hold the branch like this, and you're going to literally sprinkle loads. Don't think you have to be resourceable, but doesn't matter if you put too much or too little. And the good thing about this is you've hairsprayed the twig as well, so a little bit sticks to the twig, makes it look like a bit like moss growing on it, which is cool. So if you spray that, so your underside's done. Also, I forgot to mention is you get a polystyrene sort of plate like this, and then you can actually, so much easier to work with. So yeah. Now the fibre is going to stick on a better, easier surface if it's flat. Now if it's on the side, you just got to hold it up a bit like this, and then just sprinkle it, and then. I try and tend to keep my greens the same, so it just blends in really nice here, but not too much out of the blue sort of looking stuff, which is good. Give that a spray. Get more on the cover there. The more you cover, the more good looking it looks. Give it a nice spray over, and done. That is a tree. Now you can add a bit more time to this to make a bit more. You can change the shape, anything, but I'm quite happy with that. Sort of effect underneath as well. That's ready just to put on the layout. Just let it dry for about 2 minutes, and it's perfect. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was useful, and see you in my layout update. Thank you.